Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you a case study that I did, or that me and my team did for one of our projects. And the idea here is that, like, if you run an e-commerce store, it's rather important for you to rank in the image search. So, because with, like, this also depends on your niche, but in many niches for many different products, like if people are trying to make a buying decision or if they're trying to look for different products on Google, they do go to the image search straight away instead of just going to all search. This is not the case with many products, but with some products it is. Like for example, with a sofa bed, like if someone's searching for a sofa bed, of course, like they could go to Google and search all results and they could find the natural results, which is where most people go to. But like a growing number of people are turning to image search to just look at like different sofas because they first want to see the designs of the sofas, because design is one of the most important things that they take into consideration when making a purchasing decision. And like furniture is a good example of these type of searches, or where image search is super important. And now, how do you actually show up in the image search? Like if you see here for the keyword sofa bed, like we see, like at the top here, we see sponsored results. So if you have the budget, of course, we always recommend doing paid ads to show up at the top of the product search here. But like most people, like they turn away from the product searches, or like around 20% of people click on the sponsored results. 80% still go to the natural or organic results, which is where you want to show up. And also, even if you are doing paid ads, you don't want to miss out on the organic traffic, because that's where most people are clicking on. So, like we see here, Amazon is ranking with one of their images, the same product here. Again, Target, Amazon, Homery, IKEA, and so on. So, how to actually show up here? And all in all, this strategy is rather easy. This is what we do for all of our clients. We basically do the optimizations for their images. And the basics are three main things. Like you need to use the main keywords of the product in the file name. So in this case, it's sofa beds. So you would need to use sofa beds in the file name. So if it's like, if right now it's like x4571000.jpg or .bmp or whatever you have there, instead of that like file name, you should place the file name and turn it into sofa bed, and then you can have some alterations or additions to it. So you have to have sofa bed in the file name, also in the image alt tag. With alt tags optimization, you can't just have sofa bed in the alt tag. You would need to include something to it, like gray sofa bed, or you could type like an image of a gray sofa bed. So yeah, first in the file name. Secondly, in the alt tag, you can use the exact keyword in the alt tag, or we also like to add some variations to it, like the color, or like, and also describe the picture a bit. But yeah, we want to keep the main keyword at the front of the alt tag. And then thirdly, we want to make sure that the picture that we're optimizing for, that the page where the picture is on, we're optimizing the main picture of that page. So let's say that it's a product page of a sofa bed. And then we want to optimize the first image there, the header image, or the first hero image of that page. And also you need to make sure that this product page has the same keyword, the main keyword sofa bed, in the main title and also in the descriptions. So the page itself has, where the image is on, has to have the same keyword in the most important places. So these are the basics, but like once you cover the basics, we do that for all of our clients, but like you can also easily do that. But once that's done, now what? Like how can you, like, what's next? Because like this, like that these are the basics. These are easy to do, which means that most people are gonna do it. But now what? Like what are the next steps? And this is where like there are many theories and tactics and techniques. But in this video, I'm just gonna show you one thing. That this is advice from Matt Diggity, who's a seasoned SEO professional, a massive influencer. I learned a lot from him. And he says that like, first he writes about like how he managed to rank for like the sexiest SEO person on the planet in image search and so on. And he says that like there are two applications for knowing how to rank number one on Google Images. The first thing is to just, you can get backlinks with your images if they rank at the top, like, because a lot of people are going to use your images in their articles. So you could reach out to them and say that, hey, you're using my image, please add a link to my site because you're using my image. So that's one application. But the second application is if you are an e-commerce store, then yeah, you could just easily rank, not easily, but you could rank in the Google Images search and get purchases through that. And the main steps that he says are choose your keyword and the image you want to rank, of course. Rename the image file to the exact keyword you want to rank for and upload it to the website with the keyword in the alt tag as well. So this is what I told you. And now the third step is to use this Fiverr gig. So basically use a Fiverr gig that will post this image of yours to multiple image sharing sites. So ideally it's just getting like citations or some sort of backlinks to the image that will hopefully boost the rankings of that image in the Google image search. He says that this will help push your image up in Google image rankings. So doing the 3 steps here is what I will be testing on, but actually in reality, like we already have done this. I'm going to show you the results of doing this third step here, because we already have done the first 2 steps here. The images that I'm going to show you, they already are getting clicks from Google search. But now I'm just interested in like if I do this third thing, which is like building some citations or building some backlinks or like some links from image sharing sites, are these actually going to move the needle? Because he also says that there's like a 4th step that he recommends, but this is too risky for us. Like we work on real brands and real businesses, and even with our own projects, like we don't want to risk those sites. The 4th step he recommends is if you're stuck and can't get to first place, consider ordering a pack of Rank Club's Tier 2 PBN links. So PBN, these are private blog network links, if you don't know, and they're too risky for us to use. Like because you can tank your site, you can get a manual penalty from Google, and Google might just take your site out of Google altogether. So you might, if you get caught using PBN links, this is Google deems this as like a heavy manipulation of rankings. And yeah, you could get your site penalized, meaning that like no one will find your site from Google ever again, or as long as you can get the penalty lifted. I've had this happen to me on one of my own projects before when I did a lot of testing. And then yeah, it took me 18 months to get the penalty lifted. So you don't want this to happen to your site. We don't want this to ever happen to any of our clients' site. Luckily, this was one of my own testing projects. So yeah. Anyways, long story short, I'm not going to use this number 4 thing here. And yeah, I don't think this is a good part of test. If you are risky, if you are in it for the short term, you can try it out, test it out. But like I don't recommend doing it. So yeah, I just saw this post because like ranking in image search is tricky. It's rather difficult because like the basics are obvious. Most people do them. Actually, not most people, but like most SEOs know about them. So if you are an e-commerce store, if you have someone working in your SEO, they probably are doing these things, as are we. But the third thing seemed interesting, so I wanted to test it out. And yeah, here's the gig that he recommends. I will submit your image or infographic to 15 sharing sites by Katy V from the Philippines. She has a lot of reviews, like an average score of 5.0 and almost 1,200 reviews. So probably many, many more orders. And for 10 images, it only cost like 14 euros, so a bit over $15. So I ordered it for 10 images. And what she does is she just like takes each image and shares each image to 15 image sharing sites. You will also add some descriptions and send her a link to your images and so on, and also the keyword. And here are the results. So I did this for 10 images, and I'm just going to show you one by one. You see these images are getting clicks from Google image search, because on Google Search Console, I have only filtered it to only show the clicks from Google images. And this is for a furniture project. And here where the arrow points is where we started this. And you see here, like in this case, and the orange line here is the average ranking position. And what we want to see is this orange line to go up for it to show that the rankings have increased or improved. And yeah, in this case, like no real improvement. It's just in line with the usual fluctuations. So I wouldn't say it went down or up that much. It's just in the ballpark of the average fluctuations. So this is for the first one. The second one, I do see a small lift here, although I wouldn't also say that it's like a massive increase or a significant decrease for that matter, because yeah, the image had ranked higher before. So yeah, again, like basically no results for the second example, or no improvement. For the third example, the same. The line is about flat, no significant increases or down spikes. And the same thing for number 4, nothing significant. Number 5, same flat line. Number 6, there's a drop here, Although this also, like, this is the last 3 months, I know that this image has been like going up and down. So I would say it's in normal fluctuations, although you could say that it's a drop. Number 7, same. Like has been a small decline for this particular image. By the way, this project of ours has like tens of thousands of images, so we don't really worry that much about images. I just took like not the top, but like 10 images that like do get some clicks. I just wanted to see, can we make them better? But no, that's not the case here with example number 7 either. Example number 8, I do see a small drop here. So yeah, definitely not an improvement. Number 9, there's a small increase, but also there's nothing significant. I wouldn't say this strategy is working based on number 9. And with number 10, we do see a small drop here again. So overall, here are the numbers. Like, this is the previous position, this is the new position. It's red if it dropped, and green if it increased. So only on 3 images the position increased, and it dropped on 7 images, and there was a 1 month time difference there. So these are the results. I wouldn't say that this tactic works, and based on my anecdotal evidence, I would say I wouldn't recommend spending your money on trying to share your image on image sharing sites to boost the rankings of your Google images on image search. So yeah, I would still recommend to stick to the basics and just try to make sure that what's been working for us in terms of with image search is, like, once you have the image, as I said, like the top, the 3 main things, like once you have your image on an important page of yours, so let's say on your sofa beds collection page, or any of your sofa beds images on any of the sofa bed product pages, make sure the image has an alt tag, make sure that the image file name includes the main keyword, and then just work on improving the rankings of that particular product or collection page, and this will push the image rankings higher. So yeah, we will always continue to test different strategies, different techniques. And whenever I find something interesting, I will promise to post about it here on YouTube. So yeah, subscribe if you want to see more of these case studies. And thank you.